So Kodiak 2024 was special in a lot of ways. Obviously, I was successful in what I'm coining the Kodiak Trifecta. I originally wanted to kill the mountain goat, Sitka Blacktail, Harlequin, and a Kodiak red fox if possible. Obviously, I would take none of those and still have a great trip, but to harvest 3 of those 4 was a dream come true. And I really felt like it was with the help of my grandpa. So 16 days before I took off for Kodiak from Northern California, my grandpa, patriarch of my family, passed away from cancer. It had a really quick onset. He walked into church on a Sunday up the steps, and then the next week was in hospice and was dying very rapidly. And we knew that his health wasn't great, but it just happened so quickly. He is the link of a long line of hunters. He passed down reloading to me. He was there the day I shot my first buck at 13, which is actually that guy right there. I used a hand load from my great-grandfather, his dad, to shoot that first buck with a rifle that my granddad sporterized when he was 18, and I was the 5th person in my family to shoot their first buck with that rifle. So him passing away 16 days before, it was just such a raw hunt, a raw trip. And I went into it just so open-minded. I knew that that's where I was going to process his passing. I didn't, put a whole lot of pressure on myself to be successful. I mean, there's so many things that go into these hunts and planning, and this was an over-the-counter tag for the goat specifically. And, weather is such a big factor in Alaska that I didn't have any expectations. And this was also my first hunt with my brother-in-law who lives on Kodiak, which was also special in its own right. And turns out we only had a 24-hour window of weather to shoot the mountain goat. And yeah, we got it done 24 hours almost to the minute after we made base camp and started hiking up. I was able to shoot that goat, and it was the only legal goat we saw in that 24-hour period. We wanted to stay and try to get my brother-in-law a goat, but the bush pilot said, hey, it's an hour and 4 days, and we experienced over 50 knots that night, praying that the tent and the shelter did not become compromised. So you'll see in this video after the mountain goat and some other moments that I was pretty emotional, and a lot of that was I felt like my grandpa was right there on my shoulder, experiencing it with me, and it was really hard for me not to be able to go back and tell him about the hunt and all the details and all the birds that I identified, because he got me into birding. I called him every single day, and he was the first person I called after every hunt. So this was the first hunt after he passed, and it was one of the most special that I would probably have, independent of the fact that he had just died of cancer. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you can see the emotion, and yeah, it was a lot to process. Thank you for watching. I was gonna do videos of my hunt, and I realized that the hunt starts now. While I'm training, pushing to get ready. We're gonna have videos for you of the trip out there, packing gear, meeting Josh at the airport, seeing family, taking off in the bush plane, and the whole hunt. Stay tuned for an Alaskan Kodiak, mountain goat, Sitka Blacktail, Kodiak red fox hunt. Just got to the airport, got to say my goodbyes to the beautiful wife.
I feel like that's always like right before you leave. Something has to happen.
I know.
Kick booty. Bring home some meat.
That's right. Got my bag, gun. Gonna head inside and take off. Eagle's Nest. We're heading up there. That plane is very cool. We have some sockeye salmon swimming along right here, about 10 feet off the bank. We got a belted kingfisher flying by. It's beautiful out here. You can see the fins of the fish. Pretty good sized fish. Well, we just made our base camp. We are going to get our stuff. Is that it right there? Yep. That's spine. We're gonna head up that way. There's mountain goats up in the clouds on the other side of that ridge. We saw two flying in. We were really hoping that they're billies. This is our base camp tent. We're gonna have a southeasterly wind tomorrow. I guess 40 to 60, so that'll be ripping pretty good. So we're gonna try to capitalize before that storm comes in. You can tell there's been other camps that have put down here. I don't know about this season, but here's the pack. Bear spray. We got a little lean-to here. There's my rifle. Hike up through the alders and then pop up into that big bowl. And then in the morning, we'll probably hike up on top of that spine ridge and try to get level with those goats. See what we can do. But yeah, the flight in here was amazing. This is an absolute godsend, let me tell you. They were like in my eyelids. I've heard stories of that, and I've had a chance to experience it, which is pretty cool. There's a belted kingfisher. Pretty guy. So yeah, God is good. And we're gonna go give it some hell. Just had one goat that was skylined right there. We dropped down a little further, and there's 2 more goats right there that we called a legacy trail, and it's where grizzly bears up here have stepped in the same place so many times as they walk that it's just imprinted in the ground, each step. And it's a place that they've probably walked for decades. I mean, that is cool. It's worth the 320 yards. We're going to fill up our water. And it's pretty far from camp, but we'll take what we can get. We were going to stop at this little cattle pond, but it was pretty murky, pretty algae ridden, so found this beautiful lake right here. this ridge, and we got at least 3 goats we spotted. So I grabbed my rifle and I'm heading back over there.
Nice shot, brother.
Let's go. Stay there, bud.
Right there. Go down, brother.
What?
There's a goat down.
Let's go, baby. Oh, God is good.
Look at this country.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Oh, God, my grandpa. Oh, man. Oh, God. Go down, baby. Go down. So in this clip right here, I'm talking about how I wish my grandpa was here to witness this. And I wish that I could tell him about this moment. I'm obviously overcome with emotion, just kind of like soaking in that post-kill feeling. And here I start to explain that there was 3 goats on the precipice here. The nanny and the kid dumped her on the backside, and the goat that I shot fell down to there. And I was straddling these 2 rocks right here with my gun kind of slammed against that rock and the moss to get the shot off at 220 yards. And took the first shot a little bit over its back. I think I rushed it. There's all the ptarmigan flying there. Man, day 2 of our hunt. It's got almost to the minute. 24 hours after we first started hiking yesterday. 24 hours and we are walking down to a dead, young billy goat, which is such an honor to be here.
One saw 3 goats and a nanny.
And this guy, whoa, careful folks, careful. It's very slippery. And we're gonna go grab this guy. I'm starting to cramp. This is some steep stuff, man. Our camp is way at the end of that finger ridge, all the way at the end of it. We have to all the way up that mountain and up this spine behind us. And man, does it feel good. I immediately started kind of breaking down because the thoughts about my grandpa and what he would say, and I know he's here with me right now. And I know that really my whole family's here with me right now. But this is certainly goat country. Holy cow. That is, folks, if you can't tell, that is straight down. Walking up, if this isn't God's country, I don't know what is. Whoa. There's some goat hair. Cool, aren't they? Wow. Holy cow, that is so cool. Wow. Looks like his horn broke off. Oh my goodness. Is that like the bait underneath his horn?
But it got busted. Yeah, we'll have to.
I can't tell if that.
Walk up and see if.
Wow, dude, his hide is so thick.
See if we can find that thing.
Unbelievable. Mr. Guy. That is so neat.
Super cool. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Thank you to my wife, Shannon, for letting me come on hunts like this. Thank you to my grandpa, who just recently passed, for all of your mentorship and guidance. And I know you're with me right now in this moment, and I'm just glad you could experience that with me. And thank you to my family.
So one of his horns broke off. He went here. You can see blood there and there. The final resting place was next to my bag. And here you're sitting here, scouring for one side of his horn, which is a pretty difficult task considering the color where we're at. He looks like he took a pretty gnarly hit there. Helping him up pretty good with the 300 Win Mag there. And this was his final resting place. Don't think we're gonna be able to find this. Getting ready for the pack out. Coming out heavy. Oh, and a beautiful backdrop. He shot the goat up there from the top of that spine down onto the ridge. We just scaled that down. It's pretty epic out here. Always wanted to hunt the alpine. It's my first time. Shot the younger nanny, but wasn't going to pass her up. 220 or so yards. We're going to pack it back to camp. And then in the morning, take it all the way down to the main lake. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll go back to camp. Maybe try to find some blacktail. And then day after next, we'll make another mountain goat push for that guy. See if we can't get him a big old stud. And we saw a super awesome golden eagle that was flying right over the mountain goat after I shot. And then as we were cleaning it, it was right up the hill from us, which was so cool. Check out this guy. Clouds are rolling in. Pilot said, "Did you guys see that weather for?" It's supposed to be audible. I was already used to. It's quite so we'll see what the weather has in store for us. We might be tent ridden in the morning, so we'll see. A little rain never hurt anybody. All right. Oh, I'm recording. We are in the vestibules, eating our dinner because it's raining pretty good. Got all the meat and the cape taken care of down at the bottom of the hill under a tarp. Supposed to have rain through 10 a.m. On the menu tonight, beef stroganoff. Now the key is going to be, how in the world am I going to get out of all this wet gear and into a two-person tent? I'm not getting my sleeping bag wet. Well, Lord knows I'm going to do my best. Hiked almost 4 miles today. I don't know how much elevation change. I'll tell you later. But yeah, we're gonna hunker down. I guarantee we're gonna rest pretty good tonight. That's for sure. But really enjoying this meal right now. All right, just broke down camp. You can probably tell where we slept. It was getting it. At one point, the tent was pushed down onto my face. It was blowing wind so hard, it was probably funneling down this thing. But yeah, it was a good time. We got some rest, which was good.
Prayers were being said.
Yep, prayers were being said. Stone Glacier tent held up. Sun's just peeking through, and man, does that feel good. We are gonna bomb off this down to our meat that's at the bottom of the valley. Grab the hide and the head, and our destination are those trees right there. All right, there's our meat, hide and head down there in the willows. I don't see any mountain goats up on the mountain here, but that's where the action took place yesterday. Wait, Todd and Bear. Yes. Yeah. Deboning in the rain and hail isn't ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's why I'm not going to take it. Getting rid of these heavy ribs.
Beautiful morning. Kind of midday. Okay, hold the rainbow over there. Kind of in and out with hail and the occasional spot of sun this morning. But yeah, all packed up. Then. All right, we are back at base camp. It is, let's see, Friday the 4th. Just got back to base camp. We have our little lean-to here. We staged all of our stuff when we got back from the hike. It was ripping pretty good. Number one priority was getting all of the meat hung up and safe at the base of this eagle nest, which is pretty cool. Looks like we're gonna be setting up camp right here in this area. Try to do it before that storm comes and gets us, which looks like it's gonna be any moment. And additionally, we have our little pyramid tent here, kind of like a staging area that's dry ground from the winds from last night. So weather reports looking like we might have to go home tomorrow. Sucks. It's not 100%, but looks like it's supposed to rain the next 4 days. And if that's the case, our pickup date's in 3 days, 4 days. And if it's gonna rain for the next 4, he may not have the ability to pick us up, nor is it really worth staying if it's last night. It took us 2 stages to get up to where that mountain goat was. If we have to go home tomorrow, we got in 24 hours, had a mountain goat down. We can go back to Kodiak and still hunt Sitka Blacktail on the road system, which, totally do a little 2-nighter and then do some duck hunting. So we'll see. You want to talk about good for the PMA? This is it right here. Little crib action. Just had dinner, hot chocolate, a couple beers. And it snowed last night up on the peaks. That one especially. We got rained on pretty much almost all of last night. Just woke up about an hour ago. Just got out of the tent. We're gonna make some coffee and breakfast, and sounds like we're gonna get extracted today. Hopefully, if the visibility of the clouds is high enough for the pilot to make it all the way here and back safely. So I got word about 30 minutes ago that we're getting picked up. Kind of a low ceiling, so we'll see. So we have this lean-to tarp as our staging area. We're about to take the tent down in the teepee. We're just kind of getting everything staged since it's super wet. If you're wondering what this stick was, it's where we laid out the cape to dry, air dry last night. So, yep, 3 nights, 4 days. That's all she wrote here. It's been a good one. Wish we could stay a couple more days and get back up in those mountains. Try to shoot another one. Maybe see some blacktail. We only saw the one doe, which is crazy. Ton of sight. But yeah, bittersweet. Wish it could extend longer. So today's the 5th. Duck opens on the 8th. So we'll go back, meat processor run, and flesh that hide and see what tomorrow brings for us. I think one more patch with some Hops number 9 lubricating oil will do the trick. Just took some steel wool to the barrel and the action, clean off all the flash rust from our hunt, and we're gearing up to go out and chase some blacktails tomorrow. So I'm just cleaning this. We got all the gear hung up. You can see in the background drying, and yeah, we're gonna head out there, see what we can bag a blacktail or two, and then duck opens on Tuesday. Gonna keep it rolling. I just shot my first Harlequin. Look at this big tree. Boy, he's so bleedy. I'm so hit right now. I can't even see straight out. The bear came right in. Landed. They both jumped up. I took one shot. They both dropped. And he was hit hard. Then the hen got up and flew off. I hit her 2 more times. I cannot believe I shouldn't this bird. But thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity. And this beautiful day here on the cliffs of Kodiak. Got honey in Kodiak. What a morning.
We just glassed up a buck and a doe. Camera's not going to turn around for me. So over there on that mountain, at the very top, on that skyline ridge, we saw a buck. So now we're going to glass down in this valley to see if there's any deer. We're going to glass the face of that mountain before we drop down and make a push up that ridge to the top of the mountain and see if he's still there for us when we get there. We'll try to find 2 bucks, so we'll see. It's so pretty here. Very exciting.
So we were up on the top of that ridge and had a buck bedded right here. It was a 617-yard shot. So we walked the ridge line, popped down into this grass, and tried to get over to this ridge right here to shoot across. I had it at the buck at 325, trying to use shoulders as a rest, and it just wasn't going to work out. Right as I started to get leveled at a dry fire, the buck just took off, and I could have shot 600 yards, but that's not ethical with not knowing what the wind's doing down here. So we're in this beautiful bowl right now, and we know there's a big buck bedded at the top of this, so we're gonna scream up that right now. But there are deer. There's 3 deer right down there by that rock outcropping, actually just off to the left of it right there. We had a bunch of deer run like this. We've seen at least 15 deer in this greater area. So we're gonna scream up there, and hopefully that buck is still there. Just had a 45-yard shot on this nice Sitka Blacktail. Looking out over the mountains. There's Kodiak way off in the distance. Our spike camp is way over there. We hunted this whole rim of mountains. I didn't take a shot earlier. wouldn't have been ethical. It was like 600 yards in the wind. As much as I wanted to take it, it wasn't the right decision. We knew this buck was here. We glassed him from that far ridge over there. And decided to come do one more hike up this really steep hill. And it paid off, man. Oh, God is good. Completed the Kodiak triple. Sitka Blacktail, mountain goat, and Harlequin. All in a matter of 6 days. I cannot believe it, man. What a beautiful place. This is God's country. Man, I'm just so blessed and fortunate to be here right now. And man, there's a chance we see another buck on the way out. We gotta hike this buck all the way down over to that ridge and then down to the water. He's a nice buck. Nice Sitka Blacktail. He's big bodied, man. He's a nice buck. Hey, buddy. What a view. That he did.
You can see the racks on these guys don't do their bodies justice.
Oh, man. Thank you for your life, buddy. He's a fighter. He's a fighter. Oh man, what a beautiful buck.
Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Woo! High five. Woo! High five. Nice.
Did you say me?
Again, let's do it.
A, B,